So for number 5, so sometimes it could be really simple. It would be like, oh, plutonium-236 has a half-life of 2.86 years. And by the way, I'm not making these up. You can go online and search it. They are real data. How much time does it take to reduce 80% of its initial amount? Now, it did not tell you the initial amount, so you are more than welcome to propose any amount. What do you like as an initial amount? 100 grams? That's lovely. So if you say the initial amount is 100 grams, so half-life is 2.86 years, right? So after 2.86 years, how much is left? After 2.86 years? Do you see something? 50 grams, okay? Oh, sorry. Thank you. It should be years. Thank you. So now, that means we have enough data to find out our K value. So we say, all right, 50 grams, all right? 50 grams. It's left after 2.86 years, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. So you divide by 100 first. And now if you do more of the half-life calculation, you may realize something. And I will wait for you to propose something if you want to be smart. Sorry, my bad. That should be oh, I'm jumping too fast. Sorry. I should be doing this. It's e to the k, okay, and then I do the natural log. So you have this, and then k is simply a natural log of 1/2 over 2.86. Okay. All right. Anyone taking AP chemistry next year? You will use this equation by the middle of school year when we talk about kinetics. All right, so what's K? Well, let's go ahead and find out. Natural log of 1/2. Natural log of 1/2 divided by 2.86. That will be negative 0.242. So K it's negative 0.242. Okay. Right. Negative 0.242. Yeah, negative 0.242. All right, so we got a K value. And so now we have an equation here once again. So 100 grams e to the 0.242 times t. We want to find out time. Okay, so how much time it takes to reduce the amount by 80%, to reduce 80% of its initial amount. So I'm going to put down 80 right here. And can you tell me what is wrong? Well, I mean, 80% of 100 grams is you can make it less. So what number should it be? What's wrong? What's wrong with the 80? Look at the sentence, look at the meaning. It's supposed to be the final amount. So if you start with 100 grams, what's the final amount? If it reduces by 80%? 20. Okay. Now this is one common problem because some kids, they just look at the numbers. They don't look at the meaning. It says how much does it take to reduce 80% of its initial amount. So 80% is gone. How much is left? 20% is left. Okay. So this is not us trying to trick you, by the way. It's just how a lot of times it's being phrased. So you have 20 equals to 100. 20 grams is equal to 100 grams e to the negative 0.242 t. So your first step is to divide by 100. So that's how you get 1/5 on the left. And then you have e to the negative 242 to the power of 242, 0.242 t. You do natural log. So the e is gone. So t is simply natural log of 1/5 over 0.242, negative 0.242. So you can find out the time this way. So let's see what the time is. So natural log of 1/5 divided by negative 0.242. All right, let's see. That will be 6.65. Okay, so t is equal to 6.65, and that will be in the amount of years. Okay, so and by the way, the answer has to make sense. And what do I mean by making sense? Well, if you have to drop to only 20% left. So if you truly understand what half-life is, so one half-life goes from 100% to 50%. That's one half-life. And then another half-life that would go from 50% to 25%. Now, that's how many half-lives? There are two half-lives right here. So if the half-life is 2.86 years, so 2.86 years would drop you to 50%. And then another 2.86 years would drop you to 25%. So that's around what? Almost 6 years. So if you want to drop to only 20% left, yeah, 6.65 years would make sense. That sounds like the right amount of time to get to only 20%. Okay. So that's the calculation on half-life with the radioactive chemicals. And the next one, it's about drugs. I don't know. Okay. Now, on all these drugs, all these medicine and pills, they always tell you something. They always tell you how much time it takes for you to well, you have to wait for how many hours to take it.